Welcome back everyone to making an endless flyer in Godot 4. And in this video, we will do some adjustments to our UI, improve it, basically make a main menu and then a dev screen as well. And we'll start working on the shop. This will be the second to last video in this series. The last one will be us making a save and load of the shop and scores. And in that video also we will finish up shop. So let's begin first by going to make a UDID screen. So we're gonna need to bring up our canvas layer into play and our airplane. So first I'm gonna go to my airplane, and here in this script, so the thing here which we will edit, it will be this function right here, which will basically make that it will spawn the UDID UI to our UI. So here what we need to do is somehow reference our UI. So we know that airplane is always gonna be a canvas layer sibling. So if we go to our airplane script in the main scene, what I'm gonna do is right here, just drag our canvas layer with holding control, and we have referenced our canvas layer. And now at the very bottom, if isn't dead, then we just gonna reference our canvas layer and call a function which we can call is_dead. And here we don't need to pass anything. So now we're gonna copy this and go to our canvas layer scene, and here make a new control node which will be the parent of our entire UDID screen. And another thing, if we go to the script here at the very bottom, we're going to add a new function which will be isDead, which will the first thing which will it will do. First, let's rename this to dev screen. This, just drag it in and dot visible, make it to true. Now coming back to our airplane, we should do since we don't want to let control the character if he is dead, I will put as well here without this actually, we will put if isn't dead. We can actually do some applying physics and stuff, but if it is dead, then we just don't let the person control the input. And go to our UI script here. If isDead is triggered, we're gonna need to change the dev screen. So what we're gonna do is go to layout, and here on the anchors preset, we're gonna select full rect. Since we want it to be, no matter the screen size, the res, we want it to be through the entire screen. What I'm gonna attach to this is a panel, which will also, if we go to layout, choose anchors and select full rect, it's just gonna darken to make a moody scene. And another thing which we will attach is a rich text label. And here we, of course, we need to select BB code enabled, since we want the text to be centered. And what I'm gonna do is just go down to layout once again, choose anchors and do this one H center wide, which will be in the center, and it will be with the full width. Another thing we need to do is use this fit content, which will basically let the text always show. So, and in front, of course, we will always put the center in the brackets, and then of course instead of random text, it's gonna be UDID. Let's say we can make if we go down to theme overrides, colors, and choose the default color, we can choose a bright red to represent that the person has died. And also another thing, if we go to font sizes, we can increase the size to, let's say, 36, which will be a little bit bigger. And another, let's add another child node, which will be a button, which will let us restart or go to main menu. And in this button, we will write the text restart. Let's go to theme overrides, font sizes, and increase it again to, let's say, the same 36. And if we copy paste it once again, instead of restart, it's gonna be main menu. Now to restructure this entire thing, what I'm gonna do is here add a child node, which will be a VBox container, which will let us to vertically align all the children. So this we just simply do center, and it's gonna be anchors, and it's gonna be full, and put our rich text label, and of course our buttons. But before we do that, we do another child node, which will be h box container, which will center them vertically. Again, we here set to center since we want them to be in the center, not starting from the beginning horizontally. So here we take those two buttons, we drag them here, and you can see that they automatically get centered vertically after this one, which is sorted by the centered by VBox container. This is a complicated system, but no matter the size we make our it's always gonna make them rescale to center, and as well with this with height as well. But the potential problem now, if we hit it just enough, it's gonna just start overlapping. Of course, this is not really possible, so I don't mind it. But let's see here, we could potentially just, what we could do is basically do a thing like this. Like they are one after the other. So either you can just do this, or write a script in our canvas layer, like add some lines which detect if the width of our dev screen or potentially even the canvas layer or the viewport is lower than some number. We just make a different layout for the items. I'm not gonna do that, but I think you can manage. So now we have the entire menu saved. Okay, so let's go back to our UI script and do something with those buttons finally. So we are gonna press on that button, go to nodes, and here, if it is pressed, then we make a signal and connect it to our script. This one, I'm just above it write that I could potentially just rename them, but I will not. Here, I'm gonna write that it is restart, and here it's gonna be main menu, and this right here it's gonna be if we go to button 2 here, do pressed, and again we have referenced made a signal to the second button, which will toggle to the main menu. Okay, and here what we're gonna do is on button pressed, when we want to restart it, we're gonna just simply do get underscore tree dot reload current scene, and that will be it. If we play the game now, we of course we need to make this not visible. Let's play the game, and I died instantly, actually. That's not even funny. We can see that we cannot move, first of all, and the second thing is we are requested to press either restart or main menu. So I'm gonna press restart, and we already see a small problem, which is everything is moving very slowly, but the game resets as it should. So here, if we go to our airplane script and go to the bottom, you can see that we set the engine .timescale to be 0.1, which essentially means that we are slowing the game 10 times, and reloading the scene does not affect changing this particular variable, since it's from a global thing inside the engine itself. So what we need to do is go to UI script, and here before it, since when we reload this entire script will not, after this, nothing will actually happen. Here we need to do just timescale to 1. So now if we start the game and we die, we press restart, and you can see that stuff just restarts as it should. Now let's work on the other button, which will be the main menu. The approach I'm gonna go for is gonna be simply make a separate scene. So we're gonna go to our scenes, and here make a new scene, which will be another, which will be a canvas layer, since we will not need anything else. And it's gonna be the main scene, and the name is gonna be main menu. That should be good. Now inside this scene, let's open it. Yeah, we have opened it, and inside this we're gonna add a control node, which will act as a through the entire screen. So I'm gonna do full rect, and here I'm just gonna go to our UI, steal these buttons and paste them here. Of course the parent is null, since Yep, the thing doesn't work anymore. The signal, so remove that for sure. And now the name will be start, other will be shop, and the third one will be quit. I think that will generally be the most stuff you need. I guess one more would be settings, but we will not really have that, so this will do. And now another thing we need to add, it will be a VBox container, which will align as center and alignment due to anchors, and of course full rect once again. Take all of these buttons and drag them below, and you can see that it fits. No matter the size of this, you can see that the thing fits. Awesome. So that is awesome. We have really done the main menu, to be fair. So what I'm gonna do is go to project settings and go to our run, and here change the scene to be a main menu scene, since this is where we should load when we load to the game. And here, of course, another thing we will need is a script. So if we go to our script folder, let's main menu script, let's create it, and let's delete these since we will not need them. We have 3 buttons, so I'm gonna make press 1, press 2, and press 3. So let's first manage them. So this one will load us to the game. So basically it will just change the scene. And I'm gonna replace this pass one to get 3 once again. Dot change scene to file. And here it's simply gonna be even, I think we can scroll. Yeah, main dot, I believe this is t scene. And we will put this right here. Now if we play the game, we press start, you can see that the scene loads and our game starts. For this to quit, simply do get 3 dot quit, and that is it. If I do run the game, quit, it closes the game itself. That is awesome. And for the shop, what it will do is simply, let's create a new control. Let's rename this one to be main buttons. I believe that the signals should have not, yeah, they shouldn't have interfered since it's using local instead of global path change. And what I'm gonna do is make another control node with a panel to represent that we are actually seeing something. Make this control again simply full rect, this again full rect, and let's rename it to shop. Let's disable the vision of it, and now let's go to the script. We will need to reference it, of course, and here it will simply be this dot visible to true, and let's the main buttons visible to false. If we do this, we should be able, yep, you can see that it goes to the shop screen. Awesome. So we are almost there. Everything here works, and of course you could add a cool color in the background and stuff. We can actually do that by just simply adding a panel. If you have a picture, you can add a texture rect. But what I'm gonna do is this should be the first thing we render. Go to layout, do full rect. Yeah, I can go to theme override, styles, and panel. Here we simply do box flat, and here we can choose a color, which will, I think that blue represents our game, since you know, we fly over the ocean and stuff. And yeah, it's burning my eyes, but it doesn't matter since we have a main menu. Now let's go and go to our UI in the main scene and fix some last touches of this. So what we're gonna do here is simply do get 3 dot change scene to file, and here again it's gonna be not main this time, but it's gonna be main menu. And if we now go load here, let's go to start the game. Now let's die. Wow, they're dying. Wow. And if we die, boom, instead of pressing restart, we're gonna press main menu, and it brings us to our main menu. So that is pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching and goodbye.